I mentioned in a recent recording that the best laid plans had fallen apart, just as the best laid plans of mice and men frequently do. And that reminded me of this little fellow, an owl, a plastic owl who used to live up there. Now his head is at rather, shall we say, a coquettish angle. The reason being, it done broke. And I've tried to fix it. I need to have another go. So his head starts off being straight, but then we go to the angle. I don't mind. So why have I got this plastic owl? I've said before that I like birds. I've got bird tables, bird feeders, and a whole row of bird feeders and nesting boxes. And down at the bottom of the garden there are a couple of bird feeding stations. But I'm not really keen on pigeons. Having said that, and I will include the link to the previous vlog through on the written piece below, there was a time when I actually rescued a baby pigeon. But why don't I like them? Well, they use my yard for their toilet. And you know, they make a right mess of it. I at least have stopped coming out of the house wearing just socks because I put my foot where I didn't want my foot to go once. So my son knew how I felt about this, and he said, "Oh, friend's got a plastic owl and it works wonders." Okay, so he purchased said owl for me. I filled it with stones to give it weight, and I perched it up there. And for 2 or 3 days, I was pigeon free. Sadly, I came down after the 2 or 3 days to find not only the owl perched atop there, but 2 pigeons, one on either side of it. So I gave up, left him up there until one windy day he came toppling down. But being me, I didn't want to throw him, and he's taken up residence where he can watch without the demands of having to do pigeon scaring duties. Typical of me. As my son says, I don't like to throw anything away. And he'll say that, and then he'll say, "Oh, I don't suppose you've got such a piece of wire. I don't suppose you've got..." And lo and behold, there it is. And I do make my feelings known if he says something like that. So I will end on this, I think it's forsythia. And in there are 2 or 3 wren's nests, and you can see the various spots that they use to enter and exit. I can cope with wrens much better than I can with pigeons. Thank you for joining me. Take care. Speak to you soon. Bye.